campaign. So Esquire magazine sent a classic liberal reporter to the U.S.-Mexico border.
Oh, that's
Look
hilarious.
At the issue. Let us now to explain Esquire's editor-in-chief. How exciting, Jay Feldon. Jay, it's so exciting.
How are you, Joe?
It's interesting.
Great to be here, man.
What the reporter came back.
You loved him as a kid at TNC. You trusted him as a mother at Esquire. It's so great to have you here.
Mother wolf.
Okay, this is pretty shocking stuff. So you send a liberal journalist down there. He comes back saying, Trump is right.
That's right. So we said, you got to go down there with no preconceived notions, right? Just an empty notebook. Go to my former home state, or my, and walk the border, drive the border 800 miles and talk to whoever you see and let them tell us what they think about what's really going on and whether we need a wall, in fact. Instead of hearing it from the debate stage, let's hear it from the people who are doing it.
And the people say build the wall.
They said build the wall. They said two things, whether it was Hispanic, Anglo, Democrat, Republican, uncommitted, clueless, whatever. They said we want a wall, and yet we want it to be married with some compassion toward the people that we're trying to
Here's another surprising thing from the article is that he said that Hispanics were less sympathetic towards illegal immigrants than whites.
So I think that there's a lot of interesting things there, probably. But one thing I think is that most of those Hispanics are first generation, and they see it as unfair that they came over here the legal way, became citizens, and now they're having to compete for jobs with those who are coming across the border on a daily basis, right? So I think they feel, as one guy says, that let them get in line, right?
Yeah.
I think the Anglos have, for the most part, probably grown up in the tradition of the West, which is a place of welcoming immigrants through its history, and their attitude is more that should be an honored thing today. I think they also think, oddly, that the more if the laws are enforced, that compassion will prevail.
Speaking of laws being enforced, what about the border agents? What are they saying?
They say we need a wall, but that's where you begin to realize that the wall is just a symbol for the solution. What we need is an acronym, I think. In other words, you need partial wall, you need boots on the ground, you need radar, you need cooperation with the Department of Defense. It has a lot of technology that they won't share right now.
Worst acronym ever.
Right, okay, so help me out with an acronym.
Well, it's got a name, though. It's called Comprehensive Immigration Reform, and two presidents of two different parties have championed it, and neither were able to get it through the Congress.
But the one thing that wasn't in there
all those things were in it.
Was comprehensive government reform in Mexico.